Episode 212. Our first foray into a dungeon last episode, as a black mage, after having shelved it for so long, was a success, fortunately. At least I considered it a success. So I guess our first foray as a black mage should have been in the Aetherochemical Research Facility, the very last dungeon of Heavensward. Would have been nice if I made that my first time playing as a black mage again, with all the lore and stuff going on. We even fought a boss that used a bunch of fire and ice spells, I remember. Kind of would have been the perfect time to play black mage. If only I had the item level. Well, I can still pretend. I can still pretend that we played as black mage during that dungeon. Anyway, that's not the point. We're here for Mogul, and the Moogle Society quest, none of that other stuff I'm talking about. Oh, adventurer, welcome back, Kupo. Were you able to find the 12-sword Moogles? We did. We also went to a dungeon and did a bunch of other stuff for the Goondu. Got really sidetracked, but we're not here for that. We're here for you. The Moogles. For real this time. It's wonderful to meet you. My name is Kuplikuki. There are so many islands above the sky, it took us forever to find the right one, Kupo. I'm just glad that everyone was able to get here safe, Kupo. The name's Mogul. Welcome to Moghome. Mogul? What a strange name. And you say Kupo, not Kupo, Kupo. I never noticed. Oh, I almost forgot. We brought gifts to you, or for you, to solidify our certain friendship. They are quite the delicacy, Kupo. You didn't need to bring a... Oh, these are Kupo nuts. You've seen these nuts before? They're only found among the thick wooden bows of the Black Shroud, Kupo. There's nothing more tasty in all of Eorzea. They're so firm, Kupo. But look, there's one hanging from that branch there. The Moogles of Moghome work diligently to keep our nuts safe. I shudder to imagine what we would do without them. How curious. Could these be the self-same nuts found in the Black Shroud, Kupo? Let's see here. Amazing. To think our Kupo nuts would be alike as peas in a pod. Well, this visit is proving to be more interesting than I could have ever imagined. But there's still so much to learn. Let's go visit Chieftain Moglin, Kupo. With them standing side by side like this, you can really tell the difference. I guess we've had a little bit of that during the main story. Adventurer, come with us to hear what Chieftain Moglin has to say. I guess for real this time. As long as the reward is Kupo nuts for Komoi. Don't actually know what they taste like. Regardless, I assume that Komoi loves them. Alright, you better cough up the deets this time. Not that we're invested. Moogles of the 12-sword, welcome to Moghome. Although your journey has surely been long and tiring, I would like to solidify our friendship by telling you the story passed down through generations in Moghome. Listen well, for we may find that which binds us together, Kupo. Long, long ago, a great continent floated above the clouds, and we Moogles all lived together in happy harmony. But one day, all creation was consumed by a raging tempest that spanned the whole of the heavens, and the once great continent was smashed into countless smaller ones. Wow. How early... In what other parts of the story have they, gone into detail on, creation myths and stuff? On the same line of thinking as this. I think we briefly wondered if they were talking about this during the main story's Zundu questline or something when they were talking about their myths. But this one just seems to, well, we'll just put a pin in it, I guess. Come back to it later, if we ever get that far. The islands were too small for the Moogles to continue living together as one, and to ensure the happiness of their brethren, a a band of brave explorers set off on a journey to a new land, a new home. Or so the story goes, Kupo. Amazing, Kupo. The 12-Wood Moogles have a similar story. Oh, how does it go again? Once upon a time, our ancestors lived among the heavens in harmony, until one day, the gods up high began their petty squabbles, throwing a once peaceful land into a tumult of chaos, Kupo. Right. Petty squabbles. And thus did the last king of Moogle kind, good King Moggle the 12th, notably not King of Moogle the 12th. I'll have to try to remember to get it right. May his memory live on for eternity. Lower down a rope so long it could reach the surface, guiding his troubled subjects to a new home. But he, in all his benevolence, remained behind to ensure the rope stayed strong for any stray Moogles. There's not so much difference between the stories of Mogholm and the 12-Wood after all. Both tell of Moogles coming down from the clouds and to the surface. They must be talking about the same thing, Kupo. Maybe the Moogles of the past brought Kupo nuts with them. That's why the Kupo trees are exactly the same. So that means once, long ago, our ancestors lived happily together, Kupo. To think, we all come from the same ancestors, Kupo. Adventurer, thank you for guiding our 12-Wood friends here. Today will forever live on as a momentous day in Moogle history. Did they just think that these Moogles just kind of had like independent evolution or something? Like two completely different species that evolved to have the same form or something? Like, I guess they don't necessarily believe in evolution, but still. I mean, anyone with eyes would just assume that they're from the same ancestor, right? Well, maybe that's not how fantasy world works here. Not all the time, anyway. Well, I suppose now it's time to get our friends acquainted with their home away from home. Mogholm, Kupo. There's so much to see, and so much to talk about. I can hardly wait. Their chest fluff is a bit fluffier, isn't it? The Moogles from the sky. In addition to being a bit more yellow and the different palm color. I'm pronouncing Kupo differently, apparently. And that's just his generic stuff. What's with this texture? It's kind of like floating off the ground, like water or something, piling up. Is that like a bug? Like a texture put on top of a different texture? Like two different textures or something? Kind of creates a weird effect when you're walking forward and backward. Is all the ground like that? I don't think so. Or maybe it is. I never really noticed that. I mean, I noticed it, but I never really took a closer look at it. Maybe there's a reason for that. Wait, so actually, now what? Most of these were already here. I think it's this one. That one wasn't there before, right? This is the mystery of unlocking this society quest. Okay, yeah, Kooply Kooky wasn't here before. So it must be this. I think. Probably. This one has a picture in the quest tooltip thing here on the box on the right, whatever you would call it. And I think the ones with pictures tend to be more important. To think the legends are actually true, our ancestors did indeed come down from the skies, Kupo. Oh wait, actually this one also has the chest puff, like the hair. I guess they all have the same amount of chest hair, or whatever. I'm sure Mogul and the others will get along famously. But don't you think the Moogles here have such strange names? There are so many Moogles with names like Margaret and Mogmug, but no one is named Kupla Kop or Kupta Kopta. I wonder why. Chieftain Moglin seems to know much about Moogle history. Maybe he can shed some light on this mystery, but I'm so nervous around chieftains, Kupo. But you, adventurer, you've rubbed shoulders with all kinds of great characters, and Chieftain Moglin respects you. I'm sure he'll readily tell you all about Mogholm names, and then you can tell me. Sure. I I can't wait to learn about their names, Kupo. It's everyone's favorite fantasy trope, the naming conventions. Trope, well, whatever you would call it. Oh, Komoi, so you finally come to your senses and acknowledge the heavenly ring of Mako names, Kupo. That pleases me greatly, but I must ask you to wait. It seems Moglu has an urgent entreaty. Damn. I thought we were gonna get our own Kupo, Moogle, Kupli, Moggle, whatever name. Yes, Chieftain Moglin, the Palm Guard is fighting a desperate battle against a gang of monsters swarming our precious Kupo Nut Orchard. Can't pan the camera far enough to see this guy. We have beaten them back for now, but I fear we are outmatched, Kupo. Ah, luckily we have just the one to help. Komoi, lend the Palm Guard your strengths, and mayhaps I will speak more with you about our Moogle names, Kupo. The defense of our Kupo trees is of the utmost importance. Speak with Moglio of the Palm Guard to learn where he needs you. We know that guy. The quest lines are converging. Once these monsters have been dealt with, ask me again about the knowledge you seek, Kupo. Nope. Flew right by him. Oh, adventurer, it's so good to see you again. As you can see, Palm Guard business has me terribly busy these days, Kupo. Speaking of which, where did those monsters go? We're here to help. Oh, you'll help us get rid the area of those dreadful things? Thank heavens, this sword was getting so heavy. We're fighting valiantly to drive off the invaders. There are 2 of them, so our paws are full, Kupo. The Palm Guard have their paws tied with one, while Mogul and the 12-wood Moogles are trying their hardest to track down the other. The Moogles from the surface have more courage than I thought, Kupo. I'll go help the members of the Palm Guard. Adventurer, hurry and make sure Mogul and the others are safe. I'll lend my sword to the other Palm Guard members. Adventurer, help Mogul and the others, Kupo. Just the same. Sometimes there's flavor, sometimes there's not. There's Moofy Moogle again. Still not sure if that's this Moogle's actual name or if it's just a descriptor. I mean, it could go either way, right? I guess they don't usually have Moogle in the name. It's usually like Moggle or Kupli or whatever. It's not actually Kupo or Moogle in the name. Not that I would know. See, this is why we need the chieftain to tell us the naming conventions. I saw it fly over here. We'll find it soon, Kupo. And motioning Moogle, this one is definitely a descriptor, not an actual name. The monster was just around here. It can't be far. We have it cornered, Kupo. Kupli Kuki. Oh, you're here to help? Well, we drove that monster over to the southeast. I don't think it managed to steal any Kupo nuts. And Mogul. I had it in my sights, but it flew away, Kupo. Where could it be? Oh. That's what they were afraid of? Okay. Well, it can take a punch like a champ, I guess. Or fire 4 like a champ. Never really noticed those sound effects it makes when it gets hit. The meow meow. Kinda feel bad. Not that bad though. Now let's get rid of these things. Still haven't figured out the best way to do that, other than what I just did. They have to add something in a later patch, right? Surely I'm not the only one complaining? Maybe. I'm quite tuckered out from chasing that monster around, Kupo. I can't believe a monster followed us that far, Kupo. Maybe Chieftain Mogden will finally tell us about the Mog home names. One can only dream. We did it, Kupo. That beast was no match for the likes of the Palm Guard, Kupo. With the threat to our precious Kupo nuts gone, the orchard is safe. Those monsters were so strange. Odd-looking wings, curious pointed ears. I wonder where they could have come from, Kupo. Oh yeah, I guess they don't spawn in this area. I don't think so. They're from the Dravonian Forelands, the Chocobo Forest and all that. Right? No, wait, no, they come from the Sea of Clouds, yeah. Oh no, they might have followed us here, Kupo. We're sorry. We didn't mean to bring such rude guests with us. Well, as long as the Kupo trees are safe, then there's nothing to worry about. Thanks to our new friends from the Twelveswood, not one nut was disturbed, Kupo. Let's report our success to Chieftain Mogden. He'll want to thank everyone who helped protect our prized trees. Nothing new. Nothing new. And just the exact same. Alright, tell us about the names. What would Komori's name be? It already begins with a K. And the ending is already Moriko, so it also ends in an M. Something with Cooply and Moggle or something? I don't know. He'll name us for us, right? Ah, you've returned at last. Are the Kupo nuts safe from harm? Those malicious monsters won't be laying their paws on our nuts anymore, Kupo. Thanks to the help of the Twelveswood Moogles. Oh, it's so nice to see you working together to defend our home, Kupo. Well, now that the storm has been weathered, I believe Komori wants to know all about Moogle names. Hopefully it will serve as an inspiration to her. I'm sure. Actually, Chieftain Mogden, I was the one who asked the adventurer to ask you. I was thinking, isn't it curious that our names sound so different from yours, Kupo? In the Twelveswood, we usually start our names with Ku or Poo. They say it's because it makes a sound like Kupo nut. Oh. I don't see where the Poo plays in there, other than like the Po. Alright, we'll begin with Ku for Komori's Moogle name. Ku-Mori? Ku-Mori? We'll workshop it. Mayhap when the Moogles came down from the sky, the Kupo nuts were their most prized possession, Kupo. But the Mogho Moogles love Kupo nuts too, so I've wondered why their names are different. You're quite perceptive, Kooply Kooky. To be truth, I've never thought about the reason myself. Would it not make sense for Moogles to start their name with Mog? It's been that way for as long as anyone can remember, Kupo. My ancestor, who was Moghome's first chieftain, was named Moggle, and in fact it was he who decided which brave Moogles would travel down to the surface after fire rained from the skies. Moggle, that name seems so familiar. Kupopo, Moggle Mog. Could Chieftain Moggle have been in fact Moggle Mog? If so, Chieftain Mogden, you would be a descendant of good King Moggle Mog the 12th. May all his lineage bask in greatness. Indeed, the two names are quite similar, Kupo. Moggle Mog, I remember. This was the name of the king from your legend. It all makes sense, Kupo. The legend is so ancient. It's no wonder the name changed ever so slightly. That means I'm presenting myself before the descendant of the last king of Moogle kind. The legends tell of more than just the king, Kupo. The valiant household guard of good King Mogglmog the 12th, may his legend live on forevermore, is also detailed at some lengths. Does that mean the Palm Guard is also... Oh, I didn't really make that connection. I guess we do fight the Moogle Guard or whatever before we fight the actual king during the trial, so I guess that was always meant to be a little parallel to the Moogle Guard that we meet in the sky here. How fun. The history of the Palm Guard is long and illustrious, dating back to Chieftain Moggle's humble beginnings, Kupo. Kupo, that means his house guard was actually the Palm Guard. I'm among some of the most historic Moogles of all time. I never knew we were so important. How embarrassing. Oh, I almost forgot. We never thanked you for helping us take down those dreadful monsters, Kupo. For all of your brave services in defense of our lovely orchard, and in celebration of our newfound friendship, we shall bequeath upon you 1 Kupo nut each. And us too, right? We kind of handled 1 cat on our own. Kupo, I could think of no better reward myself. Our stomachs will be full tonight. These aren't Kupo nuts. What about us? Come on, these are useless to us, literally. Just give us the tenacity. Okay, that's great and all. But now what? Maybe I should have looked this up before getting so deep into it. There has to be one of these. That was definitely required for the society quest, right? I'm pretty sure. This one has a picture, but I'm not sure if it's... Well... Moggleo's in it. He doesn't have a quest. These quests were always here, or even if they weren't always here, I don't think they were ever important. And just to be sure, let's check this one over here. Pretty sure it was always here too. Just to be thorough within this area. This one's confusing because the quests that you have to take on to continue the quest line, not always in the same position as where you ended the last quest. Okay, we'll go with the one that actually has a picture, and definitely includes Mogglio. Even if it isn't necessarily related to the society quests. If it has Mogglio in it, then it's at least somewhat important, I suppose. Ah, adventurer, word of your valorous deeds has spread far and wide. Pray lend me your ear, for there is something I would ask of you, Kupo. As you know, Nidhogg's awakening has thrown our home into chaos. Our holy covenant with the great worm Hraesvelgr obliges us Moogles to oversee upkeep of Zenith, a great spire to the west. However, Nidhogg's meddlesome minions are becoming bolder by the day. Although the stalwart members of the Palm Guard are making their most valiant efforts, we are outnumbered and outmatched. I would ask that you join us in our defense of Zenith, for the sake of all the Moogles of Moghone. My second-in-command, Moghul, now resides at Asa. Speak with him to learn what aid he requires. Godspeed, adventurer. Alright, I think this is heading in the right direction. The upkeep of Zenith, yeah. Can't teleport there, there's no aetheryte there. Although Zenith, the aetheryte right next to that place, guess it is actually called Zenith, might be closer. No, it doesn't matter. I may have done 1 or 2 quests that aren't actually related to this whole society quest. But all of that, the stuff getting the forest moogles up here to the sky, the whole quest line we did over in the Sea of Clouds, that was definitely necessary. I'm 99% certain. You got one behind you. Don't worry, we got it. And actually, where the heck's our companion? Should be doing some of the heavy lifting. Three dragons attacked me at once, Kupo. Just 2 would have been no problem, but 3? I barely escaped with my pom-pom intact. Thank you. Ah, so you were sent here by Captain Moglu? Well, we'd best return to Asa and talk there. I fear this area is no longer safe. Thank you for your aid before, adventurer. The minions of Nidhogg used to keep their distance, but every day more are sighted just yawns away. Kupo. Defending Zenith has become quite a chore. Racefelger holds the landmarks built by the landlords to be sacred, and has tasked Mughal-kind with their upkeep. But Nidhogg's brood pay our sacred covenant no mind. We can't let them desecrate Zenith. With your help, we'll teach those brutish dragons some manners, Kupo. I knew we could count on your strengths. There's not much time to spare. Our operations will start henceforth. The courage of the Palm Guard shall not falter. This has to be right? I'm pretty sure. Maybe. Before Nidhogg's awakening, his minions didn't dare come near Zenith for fear of Hracefelger's holy wrath. But more and more Skylords have been sighted within yawns of the Holy Palace, generally causing all kinds of dreadful disruptions, Kupo. Why, they could be creeping into Zenith as we speak. That's why I require your assistance in our patrols. Let us hurry to Zenith and drive away those brutish dragons. This is still in the right direction. I'm pretty sure this is it. And in fact, I think the picture where the tooltip questing is showing us is in the right place. This dragon doesn't look so tough, Kupo. Help Maga before she comes to harm. The dragons are everywhere, Kupo. Worry not. We shall take care of this cretin. Adventurer, hurry and find Maga, who should be patrolling the north of here. She could be in trouble, Kupo. Okay, here we go. I think. Well, we'll see. I thought I was done for, Kupo. Thank heavens you were here to save me. The others may need our help. Let's hurry back to Zenith. Thanks to you, adventurer, I live to fight another day, Kupo. That dragon was nothing to the likes of the Palm Guard, Kupo. I'm actually surprised they took it down. You know, for For a while I thought they were just all talk, the Moogle Guard or whatever. Maga told me of your bravery, Kupo. Thanks to you and us, Zenus is now free of the evil dragons. And what's more, not a hair on a Moogle's pom-pom was harmed, Kupo. Is there hair on the pom-pom? I can't tell. Zenus is one of the area's most magnificent monuments. And we can't have those disrespectful dragons coming in and mucking things about, Kupo. Now that the dragons have been dispatched, we shall return to Zenus to discuss the next step. Follow us, adventurer. Alright, we are now heading away from the direction that I need this to be going. Not necessarily all quests with pictures in the tooltip box or whatever are going to be related to, like, features or whatever. They could just be notable side quests or something. Those dragons have really made a mess of the place. It looks so neglected. Zenus is vast, Kupo. How are we supposed to clean and protect it? Zenus is a place of quiet sanctuary for Hraesvelgr, and none can be allowed to disturb it. This is the first time the brood of Nidhogg have dared to come so close. I fear they may intend the worst. They mean to demolish Zenus. Zenus has been under the care of us Moogles for 1,000 years, and we won't let Nidhogg's minions defile it now. The Palm Guard shall defend it with all its might, Kupo. Oh, where's Moglio? He was sent to patrol the area nearby, but there's no sign of his green cap. I was just wondering why he hasn't shown up yet. He's in the picture. I hope he didn't wander off too far. Adventurer, search for Moglio. He should be close by. Morgok, Maga, start your assigned patrols, Kupo. Our adventurer sense always points us in the right direction, by which I mean the quest marker. Adventurer, a dragon, attacked. So many, they've overrun Zenus. I'll be fine, Kupo. Please, tell Magul. It's too dangerous. Adventurer, it hurts. Please, tell Magul. Not all talk. The fiends attacked. I wager they regret that now. Why have they come so deep into Zenus? It hurts, says Moglio. What? Moglio was also attacked, Kupo. I shall go to his aid immediately. But I worry for Maga and Magok's safety. The dragons could be lying in wait anywhere. Adventurer, seek them out and tell them Zenus is more dangerous than we imagined. This does not bode well, Kupo. Oh, okay. We have to actually seek them out. Well, it's a good thing that I kind of remember what wasn't here before. We just kind of passed by these two, so it's these two over here that are new, right? Yep, that guy's an unnamed Moogle, and here is Maga. If this isn't related to the Society quest at all, well, I'm going to be very embarrassed. Oh, adventurer. I thought you were a dragon, Kupo. What? Dragons have already been spotted prowling Zenus? We can't just let them run amok in our sacred palaces. In fact, I think I can hear their impudent growls from here. But dragons are so monstrous, and their claws are so sharp. Just imagining the dragons fills me with dread. But you're brave enough. Do you suppose maybe you could cross this bridge and scare away any dragons you find, Kupo? Okay, some of them are all talk. Or at least a percentage talk. Maybe 20%, 40%. If we weren't around, they probably wouldn't shove their responsibilities on us. Would maybe do it themselves. That sure is a dragon. Well, more like a Tyrannosaurus, I guess. The Vinegar Rune. Oh, there's more. Unsuspecting, I guess. And one more. There were how many dragons across the bridge? Thank heavens for you, adventurer. I would have tired out after slaying just one Kupo. Well, I shall return to my patrol. Mayhap I should keep a wide berth from this area. While you're here, I would ask for one more favor from you. Logok is also patrolling the area nearby. Pray tell him to be extra alert on his patrol. We wouldn't want him to be dragon food, Kupo. I guess just a reminder that there's another part of this quest. Like a split decision in the quest or whatever. We did one branch, now we're doing the other. And then it'll reconverge, I guess. Oh, it's the adventurer. Nothing amiss here, Kupo. What? Nidhogg's minions have been spotted? And Moglio injured? How dreadful. Come to think of it. I did see something large moving across this bridge. I know what to do. I shall keep watch in front of this bridge, and make sure no dragons sneak across while you investigate the area, Kupo. Fear not, for I am a capable defender. Guess he's not that capable an attacker. I'll make sure no dragons sneak up on you. Cross this bridge and see if any of Nidhogg's minions are stalking the area. I knew the quest line to unlock the Moogle Society quest was quite long, but I didn't realize it was this long. This is part of it, right? It has to be. Hey. This is just the same quest as last time. Not that I mind. And we're saying the same thing, these vinegaroons. Could have at least changed up which monster it was, I guess. I guess it doesn't really matter which monster it is, because they all just kind of do auto attacks, right? No real strategy. Doesn't matter. To think the servants of Nidhogg have the nerve to come all the way here. Thank you, adventurer, for ridding Zenith of their presence. Well, I shall resume my patrol. No dragons shall escape my watchful gaze, Kupo. And now the branches converge somewhere. Right here. I'll be okay, but I should lie down for a bit, Kupo. We finished our patrols, Kupo. I think we scared all the dragons away, Kupo. We. Mogok and Mogo have given me their reports. Adventurer, tell me what you saw while patrolling through Zenus, Kupo. Tyrannosauruses, which I guess are dragons. As I thought. Nidhogg's minions were already in Zenus, but if their aim was to destroy it, then why haven't they done anything more? Were they just here to attack us? Mogul, why do these dragons wish to destroy Zenus, Kupo? Moglio, you must have joined the Palm Guard, or just joined the Palm Guard, so we haven't had the time to tell you the whole story. 1,000 years ago, when the Skylords and Landlords lived together in peace, they built this palace to stand as a symbol of their friendship. But as you know, war broke out between them, and Nidhogg and his servants wrought destruction upon the Landlords. Of the structures that the Landlords built, only this palace, so loved by the great worm Hraesvelgr, remains. A symbol of friendship. If they can bring down the whole tower, they must mean to destroy its most symbolic part, Kupo. Or if they can't bring down the whole tower. Its most symbolic part. That couldn't mean... Oh no, Kupo. They mean to destroy the spire. The spire is right above us. Mogok, Maga, the two of you come with me. Moglio, you still need rest. Remain here and stay out of sight of errant dragons, Kupo. Oh wait, I feel so useless, Kupo. Well, I may not be able to help, but you're here, Kupo. You must help the others in my stead. Follow them and protect the spire, Kupo. Please help the others. Don't let the dragons bespoil Zenus, Kupo. Bespoil? Never realized that was a word. I think I've heard despoil before, but not bespoil. Probably the same meaning. It is quite the spire, I guess. Oh, they're dead. Not really. I'm too pretty to die, Kupo. We didn't stand a chance, Kupo. Too strong, Kupo. So you brought a member of mankind to fight alongside you. You have done well to survive the attacks of my minions. But where they failed, I shall succeed. Your corpses will fill my belly as the last remnants of mankind burn before me. Feels like this guy would just get incinerated by Hraesvelgr in an instant. But I guess Hraesvelgr isn't around right now. Such a dreadful dragon, but you gave it the thrashing of a lifetime. Their plan lies in a shambles, and Zenus stands proud, Kupo. Zenus is safe. Those dragons will think twice before coming here again, Kupo. At last we can finally rest our wings. We've barely had time to stop and look at what we're protecting, but now that we do, is there a sight as breathtaking, Kupo? That does seem pretty hard to destroy, that entire thing. Aye, its beauty is unrivaled. Alas, time has not been kind to it. Every day the cracks run longer and more bricks come loose, and there's little we can do to stay the ravages of time. I often wonder if Racevelger is saddened by the sight, Kupo. It is not for us to know the Great Worm's feelings. What matters is that we honor the Covenant and continue keeping Zenith's clean and safe. Yes, the Covenant our ancestors formed with the Great Worm Racevelger. We must protect his precious memories, and in return, he protects us. The Great Racevelger suffered the sting of betrayal once already, and we shall not be the ones to betray him again. Until the day clouds of sorrow blot the skies no longer, we shall remain true to him. Oh, Kupo, are you crying, adventurer? Our apologies. We didn't mean to get so sentimental. I don't think so. Worry not, this isn't a time for sadness. Cheer up, because thanks to you, the Palm Guard has the courage to be even better, Kupo. We'll patrol Zenith one more time to make sure no more nasty dragons are lurking about. Pray return to Mogholm, and tell Captain Moglu of our valiant deeds here. Alright, that's the end of the quest line, but does it actually lead into the next thing? I think thematically, this should be right. Let's just try to pay attention to the quests here. There are 3 quest icons, with this one being 2 under 1, I guess. So if any more spawn in, that should be our lead. Right, 2 under 1, I guess. 2 separate icons, but on the map it looks like 1. A fearsome dragon at Zenith. I dread to think what might have happened had you not been on hand. My thanks for your aid, adventurer. It is as Mogok says, come what may, we will continue to honor the sacred covenant with Racevelger, Kupo. Would that we could do more, had we the knowledge. We could restore Zenith to its former glory. Well, this is leading in exactly the direction I want. But we haven't, and it avails us not to dwell on what we cannot do. Nay, we must focus our energies on what we can do. That is, protecting Zenith. My Moogles have performed their duty most admirably this day, and they shall be rewarded. With Kupo nuts. Us too, right? No, just more of this useless materia. We want the Kupo nuts. Okay, not this guy, but... Well... Shit. The quest level should give us an indication, maybe. Those 2 were already there. Pretty sure none of those. Well, crap. Alright. I'm lost. Was that actually part of the quest line? You know what? Just, catch your breath, Komoi. Sit down right here. Not even going to pause the episode for this, just gonna quickly look it up. Alright, that was required. But now the next part of the quest is actually back at Ishgard. So let's just say Komoi's done. We'll pretend that she had a nice day, or a few days, of going out and helping the Zundu and the Goondu and the Moogles and all of them, and now she's going home to Ishgard. This all started because she was on her way to the Four Taunts Manor to check on Alfinode and Tataru and all that. And now she's on her way back there. When suddenly, she gets accosted by the unflinching Temple Knight. "Ah, I've been looking for you, Komoi. Commander Handaloop of the Temple Knights has an urgent matter he'd like to discuss with you. It would seem your strength is required once again. I'm not sure what unlocked this, other than all of the quests that we just did, but it may have been the one quest line from the Mughals from the forest, or it could have been the quest line that we just did with the defending Zenus. Either way, we needed to do all of them eventually. And this one too. Pray make your way to the congregation of our Knights Most Heavenly, and lend an ear to his request." How would anyone ever figure out that all these quests were leading to the same thing? It's a mystery. The teleport went so fast we didn't even hear the teleport noise in its full length. It just kinda cut out. Oh, you know, for a second, I thought it was Estinian in the picture of the quest tooltip or whatever, and I was wondering why Estinian could possibly be involved in this quest. Turns out it's someone else. The Turning Mist. Whatever kind of place could it be? You looking at her? The strength of an adventurer such as you is invaluable at a time like this. Pray speak with Commander Handley. Ah, the adventurer who felled the dreadworm Nidhogg is here at last. I have a request that requires the strength of one such as you. We wish to know the current state of the Turning Mist, now that Nidhogg has been laid low. To that end, we have planned a reconnaissance mission that aims to gather information on the Turning Mist. Mayen here will be leading the mission, and I would ask that you aid her with your knowledge, as well as your strengths. If you wish to aid us, pray speak to her. Ah, so you're the adventurer Komoi I've heard so much about. Well met, friend. I am Mayen, and I'll be leading our mission into the Turning Mist. I know Sir Handaloop has spoken to you already. Will you be lending us your assistance? Well, sure. 'Tis an honor to have the aid of one who felled the mighty Nidhogg. As you already know, we hope to strike deep into the heart of what was once Nidhogg's domain. However, the Turning Mist remain in uncharted territory for us. I would ask that you teach us all that you know of the place, of the beast dwelling within, and any other information that could aid our mission. Mughals. I see. You have my thanks, Komoi. With this information to guide us, we can plan a secure route to our destination. We shall take the airship and make anchor at the rookery. We shall begin preparations for our departure shortly. Let us meet again at the rookery, Komoi. Where is the rookery? There? That's the rookery? Oh. Is that a safe place to land an airship? I guess they can't exactly get too close to Zenus, even though it's safe from the rest of the Horde. It might not be welcome to the rest of the humans quite yet. Well, humans, the Elizin and the Landwalkers and all that. Whatever. Mankind. Yeah, you really ignore a lot of this geography just in the main quest, so guess they're getting their mileage here. I guess this is basically an airport, airship landing, whatever it's called. We are honored to have you with us, Komoy. You guys know Estinian? Like his best buds or something? So this is the Turning Mist. It is the first time I've set foot in one of the hordes, in the Horde stronghold. For the safety of the Holy See, we must needs ascertain the movements of the Horde, now that Nidhogg no longer guides them. Nonetheless, this place fills me with a sense of unease. It's as if someone or something is watching us. 'Tis best not to pay nervous fancies any mind. Komoy, we shall begin our mission shortly. May it end without incident. To think the Turning Mist held such breathtaking architecture, but time and neglect have taken their toll. That is the problem that we want to address. And I think we're on the right track. We'll just have to keep going. I felt ill at ease since our arrival, as if something has been watching us. It would be best for us to remain here in case any dragons should lie in ambush, lest we alert them to our suspicions. Komoy, pray investigate the area for any signs of dragons lurking in the shadows. It would be a terrible start to walk right into an ambush on our first foray. Pray investigate the area before we venture any further. Or what if we're walking into an ambush? I guess we know the area better, technically. Less likely to be ambushed. Where are we investigating, though? There. For some reason, this little nook. I guess it's likely for a dragon to be lying in wait. And lo and behold, one is. Two more places, I guess. You know, I vaguely recall this. I think I had trouble with locating all three of these places on my main character. Oh, there's one. And there's the last one. No trouble this time. As I thought, the dragons tried to take us unawares. We used the cover of the clouds to escape the Horde's wrath in the skies, but it seems the dragons here have somehow caught wind of our arrival. Nevertheless, we cannot waver now simply because danger may lie ahead. We shall proceed with the scouting as planned. Komoy, pray ready yourself. This mission may prove to be more difficult than we anticipated. I don't think it's going to be that hard, but maybe what she means is it's going to take longer than they expected. That could be a form of difficulty. Well, she's going to adhere to their advice, I guess. She's going to prepare by having, I guess, one of these many drinks that they laid out on the table. What could be inside? Who knows? Probably healing potions or something. Maybe some orange juice or grape juice. Komoy's going to try a bottle without checking the contents. While she does that, now would be a good time to take a break.